Hi Sophia, this is your video lesson for the week. We're going to go over a couple warm-ups in the second position with the hammer on. We're going to look at a little bit at catchy riff and also with steady groove. That's the power chord song. We're going to look at all three of those things here in your video today. So just real quick, I want to kind of go over the warm-ups again in the second position. I want you to start with the same one we did this past week and that you worked on last week, starting in the second position. That's where your first finger is on the second fret and going up the ladder with all four fingers and then back down the ladder. Just like we did this past week. I want you to do that one, but I also want you to work on doing the hammer-ons. So what that is, we're going to leave our first finger down here on the second fret of the sixth string. And with our right hand here, which are on the camera, we're only going to strum once per string. So we do our one strum, then with our first finger still there, it's called a hammer-on. So we're hammering on our second finger and third finger. I don't want you to do your pinky for this, just the top three, just the first three fingers for now. So picture it like, it's called a hammer-on because you're not actually strumming with your your right hand, you're just like a little hammer. Your fingers are like hammers hitting onto the strings. So then the next string. Next string. Next string. 2, 3. Next string. 1, 2, 3. Next string. 1, 2, 3. I don't want you to worry about going down the ladder. That'd be pull-offs. We'll work on that after we get hammer-ons a little more under our fingers. We'll do that going down the road, but for now, let's just do hammering up the ladder. And we'll call it that, hammering up the ladder. Okay? And in the second position is where I want you to do that, okay? So if you can work on that as well, just those two warm-ups to get you started, and I'll put that here on the site for you. Catchy riff. That's the next thing I want to look at. You had that pretty much down. Your recording is going to be put up today. But there's still a little work to be done on it here. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the last 3 bars of the song, okay? So that's when we start on the G here in the second position, okay? So I'm going to just play those last 3 bars real quick, and I'll kind of break it down a little more because I think that's where we had a little bit of trouble. So I want to work on that. So let me play them through for you real quick, okay? Okay, let me go slow for it, and I'm going to break it down bar by bar. So this is the third to last bar that starts on G. Remember, we're in the second position, so we're playing here with our second finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret. Then we're going to use our first finger to play the B on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Then open D. We play the E, which is on with our first finger, because we're in the second position. That's on the 2nd fret, 4th string. So G, B, D, E, and then we go back and resolve to D. That's that bar. G, B, D, E, D. I'll say it with the fingers. 2, 1, open, 1, open. That's the 3rd bar. Let me do the 4th bar. Same thing, we're going to still be in that second position just like we are throughout the entire song. This part, right here, I'm sure it's all crooked on here, Sophia. My neck is bugging me. Oh, whatever. This part, this next bar, open open A, that's the 5th string. And then we play with the 3rd finger, the 4th fret on that 5th string. That's a C sharp. So open, 3rd finger. Okay. Open, 3rd finger, 4th fret. A, C sharp. Okay, those are the first 2 notes. I know that was a little tricky for you, so that's why I'm just putting a little emphasis on it. Okay. Then we go to the next string, which is the 4th string. We play E, which is our 1st finger on the 2nd fret. Then we use our 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, which is an F sharp. So, going back from the beginning of that bar, A, 3rd finger C sharp, E, F sharp, and we resolve back down to E. So, open, 3rd finger, 1st finger, 3rd finger, 1st finger. Open, open, 3rd finger, next string up on the 4th string, 2nd fret, that's 1st finger, 3rd finger. Let me replay that again. Open, 3rd finger, next string up, 1st finger. God, I'm messing up here. Open, 3rd finger, 1st finger, 3rd finger, back to 1st. And then we have open D 3 times. So let me play those 3 bars again. One more time. G, B, D, E, D, A, C sharp, E, F sharp, E, D, D, D. Okay? You had the song down for the most part on here. I had the recording up. That's where we mostly had the trouble with it. So I think just work on the entire song, but primarily focus on those last 3 bars, and I think we'll be good to go to have that listed in your book. Good job on that one, Sophia. So the next one I want to look at is Steady Groove. That is in your book. I didn't put it on the website because it already has tabs in the music book for yourself. It's on page number 65. It's number 41. Page 65, number 41. So I'm going to break it down into little sections on here, about 4 or 5 sections, and we'll play it through, okay? So the first section, again, we're in 2nd position. We start with the G. That's our 2nd finger on the 3rd fret, 6th string, okay? And then it's going to go from the G to the power chord A5 twice. So, well, let me just play that part for a section. That's section 1, okay? So, it starts with the G, then the A power chord, which is the open 5th string, and your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. You do that twice. So, G, A5, A5. A5 is the A power chord. Let's call it A5, okay? That's the official name for it. So we're going to be calling it that. G, A5 twice. Then you do that again. Just take a little rest in between. So you go rest. Okay? And you were doing a good job of that this week. Then it goes to this little riff here to end that section. And you were doing a really good job with it. G on the 6th string. It's the 3rd fret. Open 5th string. 3rd fret of the 5th string. Open 5th string after that. And then you resolve back down to that G. And then we do A5 twice. So let me play that again. G, A, C, A, G, A5 twice. One more time. G, A5 twice. G, A5 twice. G, A, C, A, G, A5. Play that twice, okay? That's section 1. Section 2 is the exact same thing, except we're moving everything up 1 string. Let me show you. Here's section number 2. So break that down. We're going to start, last time we started on G, which is on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. This time we start on C, which is on the 5th string 3rd fret. We do C, then we play D5 twice. D5 is the open 4th string, and your first finger on A, that's on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. So we do that twice, just like we did here. C, D5, D5, rest. C, D5, D5, rest. Then we have the same riff. It goes exactly the same. So we start on the 5th string, 3rd fret, open 4th string, 3rd fret on the 4th string, open 4th string again, back down to the 5th string, 3rd fret, and then D5 twice. So those first 2 bars, let me play them, those first 2 sections. Section 3, really easy. The exact same thing as the first section. G, A5 twice, G, A5 twice, G, A, C, A, G, A5 2 times. So your first bar, your first section, and your third section are the exact same thing. Okay, it's easy stuff. Now our last section. Let me play that for you. And you did this all during the lesson, we just didn't put it in the song format, so you're going to be able to do all this great. We go back to G with our 2nd finger on the 3rd fret. I'm sorry, 3rd fret, 6th string, our 2nd finger. And then we go from G to E5, which is the 6th string, open, and your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Play that twice. G, E5, E5, rest. G, E5, E5, rest. So. Then, this riff, we remember this. G, then we play open E, that open 6th string 2 times. Your 1st finger on the 2nd fret 2 times. 2 times with your 2nd finger, then 2 times with your 3rd finger. So it goes. Open, so G, open, open, 1st finger, 1st finger, 2nd finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger, 3rd finger. And we end on an A5. That's the 5th string open and the 4th string having the 2nd fret played. So let me play the whole thing again. I'm going to go really slow, okay? And I want you to play along with me, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. You had those parts earlier this week on Sunday. You were doing great. So just keep practicing it, put it together. All the music is in the book. Those are really the only things I want you to practice on this week. You're almost there with Catchy Riff, so I think you'll be able to get that with just a little more practice. The Steady Groove song that I just showed you how to play, I think just practice that for a little. Focus most of your time on that. I'll put what you should do for how many minutes on the page. But other than that, you've been doing a great job. Keep practicing, Sophie, and I don't have anything else really to go for over there in the video. You've been doing a great job. Just keep practicing, and I'll see you Sunday.